6:47, time now for the morning rush. We are hearing how the governor's recent emergency declaration is helping local law enforcement. The governor declared a state of emergency after seeing an increase in crime in Rio Arriba County, Española, and the surrounding pueblos. Española's police chief says the funding is being used for overtime for their officers and dispatchers, helping with the severe staffing shortage. State lawmakers are facing questions from Bernalillo County juvenile justice leaders over a surge in serious youth crimes. County leaders testified that the Youth Services Center needs more funding to operate at max capacity. The director there says they're seeing longer stays than the facility was built for. With just 4 detention centers left, Bernalillo's facility holds 40% of youth from other counties. One of the teens accused in a deadly shooting will be in court today. 18-year-old Austin Olim and a 17-year-old are accused of shooting and killing 17-year-old Angelo Tafoya in a robbery gone wrong. Yesterday, a juvenile court judge ruled the 17-year-old suspect will be held behind bars as the case moves forward. Meanwhile, Olim is set to appear in court today for his detention hearing in the case. Ryan.
And it's cool and humid, but colder even in the northern mountain communities, Alamosa, Manassas, Fort Garland, San Luis, and the San Luis Valley. A frost advisory is in effect because of not only the coolness, but the high humidity out there. And that moisture with fluctuating temperatures will still spark up storms ahead.
We've learned the cause of death of 2 hunters who went missing in southern Colorado. Andrew Porter and Ian Stasko went missing on September 13th in the San Juan Wilderness. That was last Thursday. They were found dead about 2 miles from the Rio de los Pinos trailhead. The Conejos County coroner says preliminary autopsies point to a lightning strike as the cause of death. The city of Albuquerque says it's making progress on its public records request backlog. They say requests have fallen below 1,000 for the first time in 2 years. 65% of all requests are now closed within 20 days and 53 are closed within 15 days. The city saw a surge in public records requests in 2023, prompting the clerk's office to overhaul its records management system. NMDOT is launching a study into potential upgrades for the Big I. They will evaluate safety issues and traffic congestion at the interchange here in Albuquerque, focusing on the I-40 approach segments to the ramps and northbound I-25 from the Big I to Comanche. Drivers can submit their feedback through an online survey. Ryan.
If you guys are driving out in some of the Northern Valley floors and even out west, we're dealing with fog. Look at the Tauskie Valley off in the distance. Low hanging clouds, a beautiful sunrise forming. 38 degrees right now, and with the first full morning of fall, yeah, we're going to be seeing more fall foliage, more thunderstorms ahead with fluctuating temperatures.
Controlled burns are in progress at Kirtland Air Force Base. Albuquerque Fire Rescue says the burns began last Monday to reduce the risk of wildfires. They will continue through next Friday, and people may see smoke on the west side of the Manzano foothills south of Fort Hills. More burns are planned for early next year. A mobile health clinic that lost Bernalillo County funding is getting more time. Bernalillo County ended its Health Yeah contract early and without notice. The APS mobile clinic was first told to wrap by month's end, but now has until December 18th. The county hasn't said why. A local balloonist is set to be inducted into the World Air Sports Federation Hall of Fame. September 29th marks 15 years since Richard Abruzzo died in a ballooning accident off the coast of Italy. Abruzzo set many world records and is the only 5-time winner of America's Challenge gas balloon race. His induction ceremony will be held at the Balloon Museum on October 3rd. Ryan.
And taking a look at traffic right now, maps are mostly clear, no major accidents, no slowdowns. Now taking a look at the Big I, it is backing up a bit along I-40 East. So just make sure you guys plan your routes alternatively if it gets even worse out there. So we'll have more traffic updates throughout the rest of the morning.
Anglers, take note, no charge to fish this weekend. To coincide with National Hunting and Fishing Day, anyone can fish for free in public waters across New Mexico Saturday and Sunday. Anglers must observe bag limits and other rules and regulations. We've got more information on our website. That's KRQE.com.
And now it's time for the 5 facts. At number 5, a local balloonist is set to be inducted into the World Air Sports Federation Hall of Fame. September 29th marks 15 years since Richard Abruzzo died in a ballooning accident off the coast of Italy while competing in the Gordon Bennett gas balloon race. Abruzzo set many world records, winning several competitions. His induction ceremony will be held at the Balloon Museum on October 3rd, kicking off the 53rd International Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque.
And number 4, a mobile health clinic that lost Bernalillo County funding is getting more time. Bernalillo County ended its Health Yeah contract early and without notice. The APS mobile clinic was first told to wrap by month's end, but now has until December 18th. The county has not said why.
And at number 3, breezier conditions. East Gap winds a little bit breezy this morning, even stronger tomorrow morning, and that will be after thunderstorms form. Now, today's storms won't be quite as widespread as yesterday, but they'll form in the mountains, especially in east New Mexico. By the way, fog this morning in as far west as Gallup into the northern mountains into eastern New Mexico. Fewer storms tomorrow, but cooler and even breezier. Warmer but stormier Thursday and Friday, and even more storms on Saturday.
And number 2, state lawmakers are facing questions from Bernalillo County juvenile justice leaders over a surge in serious youth crimes. County leaders testified that the Youth Services Center needs more funding to operate at max capacity. The director says 37% of youth face serious charges, forcing longer stays than the facility was built for. With just 4 detention centers left, down from 12, Bernalillo's facility holds 40% of youth from other counties and says more funding is needed for staff, beds, and services. And at number 1, this morning we are hearing how the governor's recent emergency declaration in northern New Mexico is helping local law enforcement. In August, the governor declared a state of emergency in Rio Arriba County, Española, and the surrounding pueblos after seeing an increase in crime. Española's police chief told lawmakers that funding from the order is already being used, $75,000 for overtime for police and $40,000 for overtime for dispatchers, helping address severe staffing shortages for the area. Chief Garcia tells lawmakers a partnership with the National Guard could begin as soon as early October.